everybody, it's Lori from Paracord Planet bringing you another tutorial on the Crisscrossing Loops Bracelet. This is what it looks like completed. So to do this tutorial you will need two different colors of paracord, and I have zombie cord here and black, and I'm using 10 feet of each color for about a 7-inch bracelet, and I probably won't use all of it, but just so I have some extra. You'll need a lighter, scissors, and then I am also using an adjustable D-shackle as the clasp for this. So to begin, you will weld together two ends of your paracord. Make sure they get nice and hot, and then once they start to bubble a little bit is then when you try and weld them. And make sure to not burn yourself, and also try not to drip any of the paracord. And definitely don't burn yourself because this can get very hot. So then you always want to give it a little bit to cool down before you tug on it, otherwise it won't be properly welded together. That's what that will look like. So you can just kind of clear everything off. Now, to begin, you want to find the ends of one of your cords and put it in the last rung of your adjustable shackle, or if you're using a buckle, just do the same, do the cow stitch there. So I'm going to bring it all the way up through here. Now, since this is already connected technically then to the shackle, I don't need to do the cow stitch, but if you are using a buckle, like I said, you will want to do the cow stitch right there. So, and then you'll get to the other ends of your cord, making sure that nothing is overlapping or twisting. That through the other end here, and then just loop it through. And again, be sure to straighten out the cords so that nothing is crossing each other. Okay, now here you'll want to find the approximate size that you want in your bracelet. I want mine about right there. So just take it off and then shorten it a little bit. So then at this point, you can unscrew the shackle so they can come apart, because you won't want to do this bracelet just like any other bracelet. You won't want to do it while it's clasped. And then you can just twist it back in there so that you don't lose it. So this is where I am at this point. And now where you welded, that doesn't matter, it will be covered up by the weave once you get there. So to begin this weave, you will want to, start with the right side. So you'll take your right cord, go over the top, and then under the left base. Bring it all the way through. And then you will take the right cord and you will do the same thing. Find the end, and you will go over its cord and then under the other one, under the base cord on the right. Now, in both cases, you'll leave a little bit of a loop there. So here's what it looks like so far. Just have one going over and one going under. Let's see if I can make that a little clearer. Then with the two loops, here, straighten out there, you will take the end of your cord on the left and put it through its own loop right here. And just weave it through. And then you will do the same with your other cord. With the loop that you made, you will take the end of it and loop it through. So, before you tighten anything, this is what you have going. Make it a little bit smaller so you can tell a little bit better. Okay, so that's what it looks like at this point, and then you'll just tighten them both and just keep alternating the ones that you're tightening. Alright, so this is what the knot will look like once you tighten it. And then we will just do the same thing again. You'll start with your cord on the left and go over the base cord on the left and under the base cord on the right and pull that through. Leave, see, it keeps twisting here, but then leave a little bit of a loop there. And then you'll take your cord on the right and go over the base cord on the right and under the base cord on the left and just pull it through. You can untwist it there. So you have 2 loops going over and under and over and under. And then you'll take your cord on the right again and go through its own loop on the right side there and pull it through. And you can tighten it a little bit. And then you'll take your other cord and just go over the top and put it through its own loop. So I can make them the same length, and then you can see a little bit better what this looks like here. So this is what the loops look like at this point. Oops. And then just tighten them. Now what helps to tighten them is if you pull it from the side here to tighten the cord over here and then pull it tight. You can do the same thing on both sides. Pull it from under and then pull the long cord and then push it up. This is just, it's an easy weave, but you are just constantly tightening them and pushing them upward. So this is what you got after 2 weaves. You're beginning to see the looping a little bit here. So, and then again, take your cord on the left, go over the top of the base cord on the left and under the base cord on the right and pull through. You can leave a loop there. And then you take your cord on the right and go over the base cord on the right and under the base cord on the left and pull it through. So this is what you have so far, just over and under, over and under. And then with the black cord still in your hand, then you just go through its loop on the right side. Oops. You can pull it a little bit tighter. Then you go back to your cord that is currently on the right and you go through its own loop on the left side here. Pull it through. Okay, so this is what this looks like at this point. Then you just tighten them both. And as I said before, it is easier then if you tighten it from the opposite side to make the loop smaller and then pull it through. And then do the same on the other side. And push up. And then just tighten more and push up. Now, if you are using a buckle, this might be a good one to use with a fid, or not a fid, I'm sorry, a jig, so that it'll hold the cords tight, and then you can just keep tightening and using both hands for tightening. So, now here's what we have at this point. So, take your cord on the left, go over the base cord on the left and under the base cord on the right and pull it through, leaving a loop. Take your cord on the right, you go over the base cord on the right and under the base cord on the left and pull through. Make sure to work out any twists that you have going. And you leave a little loop again. So let me show you guys. So that's what it looks like at this point. Take your cord on the left and you go through its own loop and pull it tight. And do the same with your cord, your colored cord, and you go through its own loop over here on the left side. And then tighten them both. And again, tighten by pulling the cord that's over on the opposing or the opposite side and then pull it through. That really helps to make it nice and tight. And then again, just push up to make as many loops as possible. So now you can really start seeing the pattern with this bracelet. It's really a fun bracelet and a cool weave at the end. And then here's what you have going on the back side too. You can tell if your pattern is right. So that's easy. So we'll do one more and then we will cut to the end. So you'll take your cord on the left, go over and under. And leave a loop. Take your cord on the right, and again go over and under, and leave a loop. So you have a loop on both sides, of course. Take your cord that you just made the loop with and go through itself. And then you take your other cord and you go through its own loop over here on the left side. Oops, and I have a little knot. And then you just pull them tight. Okay, and here's what the pattern looks like so far. So I will meet you guys then when we are at the bottom here, and I'll show you how to end it. Here's what we have going on the bracelet so far. You can see a definite pattern, and this is a pretty cool pattern, I think, to have. So to complete this then, push up all of the weaves that you have so far and do as many as you can. So I'm trying to get one more in there for sure, and I can probably do a second one also. Notice I do have a lot of extra cord here, so I'll let you know how much I cut off of my bracelet so then you guys can adjust yours accordingly before you start. Now probably for the next weave that I do of this one, I'll use a fid here because it'll be a very tight space in there. And again, here's what this looks like, both just looping like this. And then you'll just pull them tight. And again, that's most of what this bracelet is just constantly tightening and pushing the weave up. Alright, so I definitely still have room for more, so I'm going to do another weave in there. Here's what I have. Can't really see it so well this time now that we're at the end, but we'll just loop through there just as before, and again, just pull it tight. And push them up. So I'll do one more again, and I think that may be it. And if you notice that your bracelet is a little jagged and not quite even, that's okay, because this bracelet you can kind of work around to make everything nice and even. If you can't get the cords in there, that's okay. You can use a fid, and that will help tremendously, but I think I have enough room in here, and then I will just adjust the weaves right here accordingly to make everything fit right. Okay, tighten that a little bit more. Alright, and so this is what I have so far on my bracelet, and I think that's the last weave I'll be able to do. So I'm just going to adjust everything so that it's all even and the same width. And then I'll snip these two. Now, I started with about 10 feet of each color, and I'm probably cutting off about 2 feet, so, so for a 6-inch bracelet, you'll probably only need probably about 7 feet of each color. So to end it then, you'll just do it like most other bracelets. You can either snip it and then weld, which I've done before, or if you want to, you can try to work them under on the back side of the weave with a fid. But I think for me, I'm just going to snip these ones since they're on the side there, and they'll be discreet. And again, when you are burning your ends of the paracord, make sure to, 1, not burn yourself, but 2, try not to burn the other paracord, otherwise the outside will melt, and then you'll get, you'll have white showing through there. And just flatten it with the edge of your scissors or the side of your lighter, either one works just fine. Okay, so I'm going to adjust mine again so that it's the same width. And there you have it. Here's the Crisscrossing Loops Paracord Bracelet with the adjustable D-shackle. And what's really cool about this, the D-shackle, is that there is different inserts there, so you can make your bracelet as tight as this or as loose as that, which is really great for if you don't know the size of your wrist. So, thanks for watching!